Welcome one, welcome all to the late nights with OG Jazzy Jeff on 101.1 XM Radio, the only radio in Azeroth that's going to be this smooth this much of the time. So the duel is going to start. The Kona Cold comes down. The Arcane Explosion will kill all of those ads. The Grounding Totem is there. It is going to be a connected grenade as our mage friend is trying to polymorph here, but unfortunately the totem stopped him, and it's allowing the mage to, allowing the shaman to kind of get a little bit more aggressive than he would have otherwise. The Furbog Pouch is going to be on the mage right now. He needs that polymorph off, and he gets it. The lightning bolt comes out even after he's a sheep, but he does manage to ice block it and bandage himself up to a much more comfortable HP total here. The polymorph is going to come out one more time. That's diminishing return number 2. Ice barriers refreshed, getting this mage armor on back on minimally, trying to mitigate some of that damage. The full frostbolt comes down. Purge comes out, getting rid of the ice barrier as soon as it comes up, but you still got to use it out of principle. Frost Reflector is utilized, and he just used that time to heal himself up after the mage kind of disengaged that little bit. Mage sitting about 30 yards away here, looking at his opponent, uses the rank 1 Frostbolt, kills the Grounding Totem. It didn't kill it. It actually still went to the, but I don't think it matters. He's too far away at this point. The silence comes down when he's in the Frost Nova. The MQ, or the Grandmaster Arena Trinket potentially used there for that little bit of extra cushion. There we go. The mage takes down the totem now, but honestly, now the totem is nearly going to be off of CD. Mage starting this tournament potentially with the hardest matchup, honestly. I'm going to be honest, that's kind of Jeff kind of cucking the mage in a way, because he had an easier matchup before, and now he probably has one of his hardest matchups that he would have had during the tournament, making him work for it. The Chain Lightning comes down. He's going to ice block it. He takes the totem down, throws the grenade from downtown. It will connect. The full Frostbolt comes down. The Fire Blast does afterwards. The Earth Shock is going to kill him, and the Sapper is enough to finish him off, and round 1 will go to Stance. All the totems spaced out very well here. Dueling Flag goes down. Purging the shield. Just going for the Scorch play right now. Those little instant casts, those fast casts, the Earth Shock comes down, really hurting the mage. The grenade is going to connect. The rank 1 Frostbolt taking down the totem at the perfect second. MQG is pressed now, and he is going to counterspell the shaman and try to pressure him. Here comes the first aid. Nature Swiftness healing wave at the last second, just trying to pressure him down with these instant casts, but that moment of burst is passed, and the shaman has survived it. The mage is going to ice block the Chain Lightning here. Furbog Pouch healing him up just a bit, getting into a much more comfortable health total as those minions are going to try to, do a little damage, knock him back a bit, but he takes him down quite quickly. The interrupted polymorph is going to be potentially enough to take him out of this one, silencing the shaman. The sheep comes out anyway, utilizes evocation quick, and he probably is going to end up just re-sheeping and then using first aid to get himself in a better spot, because it has been enough time to where he's able to cycle that one more time here. Here goes the sheep. Full Frostbolt. Then just starts utilizing the instant quick cast once again. No more time for big cast. Gets purged and tries to ice block some of that damage, but I think it went through. No Chain Lightning did, though. Kono connect. Now this is when he silences. He goes for the burst combination. The grenade comes down. The full Frostbolt will connect in the Shatter Crit combo, and Fire Blast is enough to kill them. Good duel. This is going to be a 1-to-1. That's what you got to do. You get the opponent in a very vulnerable position. You try to put the Frost Nova down. You silence them. Then you're able to kind of get these, or you either silence them or grenade them, and then you can get in these situations where you put the full casts on them. But until then, it's a lot of instant casts until you get him in that vulnerable position. Alright, this is going to just be the third duel here. Mage making quick work of those minions that were kind of trying to knock back his casting. Does get the Nova down, goes for the grenade. It unfortunately does break the Nova, but he had to deal with the totem anyway. The shaman getting very low. Nature Swiftness healed himself back up right as the silence hit. Just in time. But is it going to be enough? He's getting so low. The mage is getting so aggressive. Mage kind of going back on the defensive here. He knows his burst window kind of faded a little bit there as soon as that he had survived after the Nature Swiftness. So he is going to reset things just a little bit. He does have half mana. Do we see the evocation now? Yes, we do. He knows he bursted through the Nature Swiftness, and now he just needs to get through that raw HP total of about 4,600 from the Shaman right now. Puts the Fire Ward back on. The full Frostbolt coming down here. It's just scorch spam, scorch spam, scorch spam. Making sure to slow with the rank 1s. Counterspell coming out again. There's a Frost Reflector. Oh, reflected right back. It's just a rank 1, so it just slows him. But it's still, any little bit helps. Any little slow, any little bit of damage. He's going for the heal. He's able to. There's the totem kind of getting consumed by potentially the rank 1 fireball. Now he is going to get the grenade. It breaks the Nova, so there's no crit from that. There's no shatter crit combo, but it still might be enough, especially if he can title charm. Oh, good duel from the Mage. He gets to move on to the next round. Very good duels. The next duel is going to be between Unixia and Babla. Unixia and Babla. If Babla's not here just yet, I think I summoned him, but if they might have been AFK. There we go. Here it is. Unixia and Babla. Pogo, it's not just you just yet. You're not up just yet, buddy. You're going to be against B-Berg. And it's actually now it's going to be the fifth round now. This one is going to be, and here's the bracket too. For anyone wondering. Do we have our friend here, Nixia? Calling once, calling twice. We can go on to our next round if we need to and come back to it. Oh, you are Nixia. Oh. Oh! Oh, B-Bergs gets a bye. You're in there twice. Perfect. All right, awesome. You're good. All right, B-Bergs, you're gonna end up getting a bye, buddy. Because I had Pog in there twice. All right, the dueling flag is going to go down here. This is going to be a Druid versus Rogue matchup here. Let's go ahead and see what some of these players are using. Talibim says, how many tournaments have you done? I'd be guessing Talibim's because I've done so many on-the-fly tournaments over the past few months at this point. If I had to guess, between 20 and 40. I would say half of them had money involved. At least. I try to upload them all to YouTube. They sometimes get muted. Or they sometimes get denied because I have too much music. Opening up onto the Druid here, the Chief comes out. He is caught in bear form, which is what you want. Kidney Shot is used as well, and he does drink his Mana Tea. Utilizes the Vanish to open back up onto the Druid. We don't see an exposed armor, but we are seeing kind of the Rupture route, the Bleed route. Maybe we'll even see Garou at some point in time. It's possible. The Frenzy Regeneration coming out from the Bear here, that's one of their cooldowns. It's going to be utilized along with the Nature's Grasp as well. So, oh, he got caught out of bear form! This is exactly what the Rogue needs. The Druid getting very low. They are going to get blinded. That was just the timing. The second he was out of bear form, he blinded his ass. The Nature's Swiftest Healing Touch brings him back up. Goes into the Bark Stand. Puts the Moonfire down. The Rogue has the Slice and Dice up, but the Druid is ready to take the pain as he goes back into Cheetah form. Tries to run away. The grenade from downtown will connect, and he is able to heal himself up with the Regrowth, with Rejuvenation as well. Let's go, baby! There's going to be another Gouge coming out right now, as he is going to close the distance. The Servant is just beating onto the Rogue. It's a good duel. He was caught out in bear, but he says this is not over yet. I am ready to come to this tournament. I am ready to show I have what it takes. He gets that Nature Swiftness out, gets that heal up, and is able to take Poga down in round 1, and it will be a best of 3, so it is hardly over yet, folks, but it has been a good duel so far. Henhouse, the man of the fucking hour. Henhouse, from all of us in the chat and competing in the tournament, and especially from me, a big thanks for doing what you do and hosting this tournament. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate you. Without further ado, this is going to be round 2 between these two titans. I want to thank everybody for joining me in this tournament tonight, and especially our contestants. You guys are what makes this special. This is going to be Brabla versus Poga, who will take home the glory and move on to the next round. Opening with bear form, the cheat shot's going to come down. He does have that, in rage, giving him that little bit more extra rage, but he is taking a little more damage as a result. The kidney shot comes down. It's not overlapped with the cheap shot. Opts for the rupture route. So he is going to be bleeding this Druid. He knows if he uses Eviscerate, that armor's going to block some of it. He's not exposed armoring. He's going for the bleed route. Druid, half HP. Rogue, very comfortable position. The title charm comes out. The Druid's going to run away. The grenade is going to come down. Will it connect? It does not. Nature Swift heals himself back up. He is very comfortable on mana, but if he gets caught out, he does not. He gets back into bear form. He has those heals on himself. He even has the abolished poison. Oh, there we go. The abolished poison's on him. He's going to get out, but he got out of bear form. He's caught out in the kidney shot. Rogue, Slice and Dice comes out, throws the War Stomp out, tries to break the distance. There he's able to. He throws that abolish back on. He uses the Furball Medicine Pouch and tries to put the Moonfire down onto the Rogue, so he has the dots on him, so he's not going to be able to vanish and open back up onto the Druid without risking getting taken back out of it. He has the bark skin on him. He's in such a comfy position. He's sitting there. He's ready to soak that damage. Those Druids, always infamous for just soaking that damage with their raw HP total and their high armor values, and he's doing that right now as he's just dwindling the Rogue down with these instant casts and these melees. The Fairy Fire's on him. Moonfire is as well. Is he going to take this one? It's looking pretty good. The grenade does not connect, and Brambla takes home the second duel. Whew. Nice duels, guys. Good duels, both of you. The next duel is going to be Diabel versus Yawn X. If we can get our next two contestants in the ring, your time is now. Another Druid. Okay, okay. The Druid's not feeling good about it. It's gonna be a hard one, you know. Shaman or Warlock is a tough cookie to crack. Let's see if he brought a Nutcracker. He's gonna just go ahead and go into cat form here. He does get the opener. Keep in mind, friend, he does get the opener with the Druid here. Let's see how he's going to decide to. He opens up with the, oh my goodness, but this Warlock used so much mana Rain of Firing. So much mana. And there's argument, hey Jeff, maybe AoE is a good thing because it allows for those type of mechanics in those plays. The Death Coil is going to get, you know, cause him to flee, goes into bear form and close the distance. Once again, the spell stone's used, so he is mitigating some of that magic damage if Moonfire, Insect Swarm start dwindling him down. Shadowburn comes down, it's a very short cooldown. He's going to be able to use that again pretty quickly. It's only a 9-10 second cooldown. It's very short, 14 seconds at most, and so you have infinite soul stones. The grenade will connect with the Druid, goes back into fair form, charges back in, stops out, gets the regrowth off. Let's go, Druid friend. Oh my goodness, the Sapper and Moonfire come out, and it's enough to take him down. Yawn isn't sleeping on this one. Takes round one. The Druids are coming out to play tonight. We had two in the last tournament. We have two in this one. We had a Druid versus Druid matchup earlier. These players said, Jeff, we heard that you didn't see a lot of Druids in the tournaments. We want to show you what we got. You might want to drink up, Warlock friend, if you have some manas. I can get you some manas if not, as well. All right. Good luck. All right, he's going with the Pounce opener. He puts the Rake on afterwards, trying to get this bleed strat down. The Tidal Charm comes down onto the Druid here. They are caught out of cat form. The fear, oh, the fear gets reflected. What a mad lad. The Shadow Bolt got, the Death Coil got reflected. It got, oh, the Warlock's very low. I wasn't expecting that. The Siphon Life is actually on them too. They reflected so much. They reflected all the things. That is round 2 to Yawn. Good duel. The next duel is going to be between my favorite troll, Iverson, versus Flesh Wallet. Same song name? I can do you one better, buddy. Song list with song name. What have you done to yourself, Iverson? How have you done this to yourself? Who do you know that's done this? You're beautiful. You're beautiful in every single way, and I wouldn't change a thing about you. Alright. Let's do it. Good luck, guys. The first round between these two is happening right now. Flesh Wallet opening up right now, potentially with the cheap shot. I think the cheap shot's going to get resisted, but he vanishes instantly and he goes back into it. He used the Frost Reflector. He is stunned with the Intimidation. The Frost Reflector is going to fade right now. He blinds the Hunter, but now he has to... He double blinds the pet. That's what I'm talking about. He bandages himself back up. Come on, Flesh Wallet. And you got the power. There's the cheap shot coming down. The kidney shot just barely overlapping it. Now he's getting Iverson very low. The scatter shot will connect. He gets the trap off. He puts the Hunter's Mark on. Now he's going to try to... the thing is, though, he has the crippling poison slowing him down. Honestly, it might have been a good idea to maybe bandage or something while you were slowed still. But he goes for the purely offensive play, and he might pay the price because this rogue is going to vanish. Open back up. It's getting resisted, but he still has the cheetah on, so he's going to get dazed. He does get the title down onto the rogue. The concussion shot comes down afterwards, but he is going to have an uphill battle. I don't know if there's anything he can do about it. The kidney shot comes down, and it's enough to finish him off. The dueling flag going down. Okay, he opens up potentially with the ambush this time. Instantly, the scatter shot's going to come down. He does get him in a trap, and he this time notice crippling poison has not been procced. It might make all the difference here for this offensive strategy where he just goes away or tries to break distance, go in for the big aim shot, auto shot, multi-shot. But the first blind, or the title will connect, not even a blind. The title is returned and given right back to him. Serpent Sting is on him, so Vanish could be problematic unless he's already closed the gap. Iverson just kind of hiding away right now. Flesh Wallet, half HP. Are we going to see a Vanish? The Gouge comes out. He's just utilizing that time to get combo points. Opens right back up to Iverson. No hesitation. There's the scatter shot. Trap again. But the Serpent Sting is still on him. That's going to make the world of difference. But he still has Intimidation. It might not be a punish. And I think it's still going to go in Iverson's favor. He was already too far ahead here. And the next round will go to Janako. Alright, this is the last duel of the match. Either player can take this one home, and from what I've seen, either one has the potential to do so. I always like when those best of threes go to 3, those best of 5s go to 5. Opening back up on him here, goes with the ambush potentially, and then it gets scatter shotted immediately, or it was a resisted cheap shot. I wish I almost had a better way of telling. The scatter shot comes down, the ice trap does afterwards. It puts a flare down just in case and winds up the big one. The rogue is going to trade now at this point the title charm for all that, but now Iverson gives it right back to him. The pet's blinded, but is he going to get full value since he didn't actually really get to do much to Iverson in that time? He's going to try to sprint away actually right now. Unfortunately, concussion comes down. Hunter's Mark does as well, and Serpent Sting is still on him. He's taking a huge risk right now. Oh, he's back in the dueling range. He blinds the pet again. He throws the grenade down. It's not going to connect. Iverson winding up the big one. Tries to go backwards with the moonwalk that I saw, and he does take round 2. Good job to both duelers, and I hope to see you again, Flesh Wallet. This next match is going to be between B. Bergs and Poga, and I didn't know Poga was actually out of the tournament already. You could do a Shaman match if you really wanted, but Poga already played under the identity of Nixie. I accidentally signed him up twice. So B-Berg, no matter what, is going to move on to the next round versus Turf. If the two players wanted to have a showmanship match, awesome. If not, that's fine too, and we can go on to the next round. But either way, I'm going to move B-Bergs on. Poga, would you like to have a showmanship match? Oh, B-Berg's up for it. Yeah, alright, Poga is too. Let's see it. Poga just was finishing up his current duel. He's coming over here. Oh, he opens up on the pet. He's going for the pet, but the hunter's going to try to protect him. He's known as that companion for a long time, and he's not going to let a rogue have his way with him. He's going to get the rogue in the ice block here, and then just kind of lay the pain down from afar, timing the intimidation really well for even more autos. And honestly, I think he's going to nearly global him at that point. The flare is going to connect him out. The first blind comes down, but with a melee, it's enough to take him down. This will be round 2. Between Poga and Bieberg. Good luck to both players. Opening up onto the Hunter here. The cheap shot's going to come down. The scatter shot's going to afterwards. He's going to feign death, get that trap onto the rogue, and try to break away here. He puts the Hunter's mark onto the rogue here. Lines up from afar. Aim shot comes out. Auto shot comes out. Sending the pet in. Oh my goodness, the intimidation. He's getting global. The title comes out as well, and he will die before he can practically do anything. There's too many critical strikes. Oh, you're right. The next duel is going to be between Fabrizio and Tentac. You have your work cut out for Fabrizio. Yeah, you really have your work cut out here, buddy. I wish you the best of luck, both candidates. Make it painful. Here we go. He's opening up with the ambush, maybe even a resisted cheap shot. The title charm comes out onto Gray. There's Ignite on him as well. Holy shit, Tentac hitting with the grenade from downtown. He's going in raw. He hits him with the blizzard too. Oh, God. Oh, Fabrizio, run. Let's go. Run, run. Oh, he tries to run the rank 1 Frostbolt. It's going to come down. The freeze proc hits as well. He just lines up the big fire spell. Tries to get the blizzard down after the vanish has been been utilized by Fabrizio here. Utilizes 2 takes of evocation. Their gouge is going to connect. He takes this opportunity to ice block it, just putting down the instant cast. Double Cone of Cold comes out. He uses the reset on the Cone of Stab, and he doesn't even need another ice block. Oh, good duel. Good luck, good luck. The next duel starts. There's the title charm right off the bat onto Gray. Cycling in these instant casts. A grenade comes down. It is going to connect, and the Blizzard does as well. He's trying to anticipate the vanish. The rank 1 Frostbolt just taking control of the combat. Impact proc comes out. The title charm backs him, goes onto the Mage. Mage blinks out of it immediately. He tries to put the rank 1 Frostbolt down on Fabrizio. Fabrizio is going to vanish it. And now we do see evocation coming out from the Mage, trying to get these rapid resources back as fast as they can. Cone of Cold will not get Gray out. The Arcane Explosion 1 won't. Number 2 will. But the sap is already there. He does take the damage, but he's going to ice block this sap. He's not scared of blind. Blind comes down. He ice blocks the second one. We need to see the second blind. We have to see the second blind, but there's no time. There's no time. Good duel. Oh, you use both blinds? Ah, shoot. Bad War Chief, is it too late to join the tournament? It is too late to join this tournament, Bad War Chief. This is the second one of the night, and I suspect it might be the last night, or the last one of the night too, Bad War Chief. I'm going to be doing more of these, though. If I'm not back tomorrow, I'll be back Friday 100%. If you'd like to participate, consider dropping by that night, and we'll be doing this again. And, yeah, thanks for joining me tonight, and, yeah, enjoy the show. The next duel is going to be between Holy Furries and Ivor. Holy Furries and Ivor. Oh wait, was I wrong there? Wait. Oh, Babla and Yawns. Sorry, Babla and Yawns. I'm sorry. My derp. You guys were totally right. Oh wait, no way. Druid versus Druid again? Oh. Oh, you don't see Druid versus Druid all of the time. In fact, you don't see Druids in half of these tournaments. Oh my goodness, it seems as though they're practice partners as well. Alright, let's do it. You guys got this. I have total faith in you. Both of you are great druids. Let's see who can take this one home. He sits in the bear form, waiting for the opener, letting his friend have the opener. Great mutual respect for each other. The pounce is going to come down. The rake is afterwards. The fairy fire will be on him. They're trading fairy fire for fairy fire. And demoralizing roar going on to Brabla. The moonfire and insect swarm are on both druids right now. There is going to be Yawn kind of trying to close the distance with the bear form, going right into the cat form, trying to kind of penetrate the very soul of this druid right now. But he is in bear form, which makes it much harder to penetrate him. Let's see what Yawn does here. It's always interesting to see one druid going into bear form, one druid going into cat form, and it's always hard for me to know what made him decide to go on which one. Oh, the war stomp comes out. It doesn't connect. Yawn using the furball pouch. The Brabla has full dots on him. He has the rip. He has the rake. He has the moonfire. He has the insect swarm. Everything's on him, but Yawn's HP total is just going up. He has a regrowth, rejuvenation, and everything on him to try to get him in a healthier point. He goes back into the bear form himself, and we have a furry war. Bear versus bear action. Hide your children. Hide your kids. I thought this would be PG-13, but we have furry action in the chat tonight, boys. This is going to be a fairy fire exchange, as that was about to fade as well. The full regrowth is going to come out from Brabla, and he's able to heal himself back up. The grenade's going to come out. It's not going to connect. There's going to be a drip bear just kind of plunging away at Brabla here. No bash yet. He's not able to bash this yet, and he maybe is just utilizing it on the mauls as well. Brabla going into the cat form, saying, hey, you're a bear, I'm a cat, let's do some freaky cat bear things. And they're doing just that. Yawn does have that rip on him as well. One of those things that might make, set this duel apart if they're able to kind of get some of those bleeds out as well. The war stomp's going to come out. It is going to stun Brabla. He gets a ray growth on himself, puts the moonfire down. Moonfire's returned back on him, and the insect swarms are being cycled onto each druid. Innervate coming out from Yawn right now. That make the difference, make all the difference. Brabla doesn't have as much. Oh my goodness, both of them going back into cat form here. The Entangling Roots is going to proc from the Nature's Grasp. It's going to do a little damage. It allows the druid to kind of cycle in and out his energy, but he's gaining the energy back equally as fast. You're just trading energy at this point, and they're just chasing each other's tail. I've heard of chasing your own tail, but I hadn't heard of chasing each other's tail. The Sapper comes out from Yawn here, getting Brabla low, but he gets himself back up. He uses Nature Swift as healing touch, and he gets himself very comfortable health total. Both druids in a very similar state. Half mana, about 20% 20% mana, 50% health right now. Full hots are on Yawn. This is no snooze fest, I'll tell you that, folks. Brabla at about half HP as well. Probably the edge going to Yawn right now because he does have the hots on himself and Brabla does not, but he does have the challenging roar and full rage, so look at that HP go up. Look at that HP go up. It's a beautiful thing. The Fairy Fire being put on one more time because these duels are lasting a while. Getting low on mana here. There's going to be a bash coming down. Moonfire cycled on. Are we going to see a Wrath? Oh my goodness. They're just staring each other down. He's going for the drink. Oh no. The other one's going for the drink. Oh no. No, he's not. They're switching Moonfire and Insect Swarms from afar here. Yawn. Those 2 ticks of mana might be all that it took. What's Brabla gonna do? All he can do is try to run away from it. He had 1 second to drink, but it wasn't enough. Yawn going back into bear form. Gets stunned by the War Stomp there. Notice they're always making sure to apply that Fairy Fire as well. It's big. First duel going to Yawn. Well played to both druids. Good duel. Trading who gets the opener here. There we go. Their opener comes out with Pounce. That is that bleed and that stun. Are we going to see a rake and a rip? We do. There's the rake. And I imagine we'll see a rip before too long, too. Oh, good. He's just kiting away from the bear, using his energy. Very, very good. Nature's Grasp, proccing, trying to force him to shift, as he's just utilizing this energy and kiting away as he needs to refill it. Full dots on Brabla. The rip is on him as well. Oh, the rip is exclusively on him. Brabla is feeling the pressure right now. He's very, very low. Very low. I think he was bear form, but it wasn't showing it. He goes back into bear form here. The bash coming out onto Brabla. Oh, look at all the servants. There's just a million servants just trying to knock back the casting of the Druids, which could always be the difference maker. The Barkskin onto Brabla. Furbolg pouch coming out from Jan here. I imagine we'll see the Furbolg pouch come out from Brabla. It might have already, and I might have missed it. Utilizing Rage, he will have less armor, but it's worth it for that extra Rage that he's getting right now. Extra Mauls. Maybe he's going for the Frenzied Regeneration. I think this is from the last duel, so I want to say he still might actually have it. And making sure that the Fairy Fire is maintained, because 500 armor for a Druid is absolutely massive. Now the War Stomp comes out. It is going to connect. It gives him time to get the regrowth off, the Entangling Roots as well. Is that going to proc? And he gets all his dots out onto his opponent, but we don't see a proc from that Nature's Grasp, and if we did, it ended instantly. We might have just ended. It might have just like grasped him and took him out of it really quickly there. Frenzied Regeneration gets Brabla a fair bit of health. Trading Maul for Maul. I can't bear to watch. Brabla at about half HP. Jan about 60%. But honestly, this is either Druid's game. The bash going down onto Jan here, allowing Brabla to get himself regrills and rejuves. He does have the Barkskin on himself as well. He's in bear form. Jan at about half HP. Brabla on the upper hand seems to have the upper hand in this one. However, Jan just used Frenzied Regeneration, and that's something that Brabla had used previously. So, but Jan didn't get a lot of value. He didn't have a lot of rage going into that. It didn't look so. I don't know if he got full value out of it. I want to say Brabla prepped it with an Enrage potentially, getting himself a little bit extra. The War Stomp's going to come down. It might have even been the bash actually, and then shifts right back out to get those dots up. He's going to go ahead and get Jan's going for the heal on himself one more time. No dot, just no hot, just a healing touch, just a simple healing touch. He's going to kind of moonwalk away back and just kind of get away from the Druid here. As you notice, he's just dumping the energy out and then getting it again as he kites away. The Druid's not in range, and he's in. He chooses when he's in range for as many melees as possible. The Druid, the bear form he's still gonna always get some melees in, but that's the idea in cat form. You're faster than the Druid because of your spec. Probably, especially this particular spec, it looks like. The Nature Swiftness comes down. The Healing Touch does afterwards. The War Stomp coming down from Brabla, healing himself back up to potentially full here. The full Healing Touch coming down, putting him back up to 75% health. Both Druids just making sure to get those melees in as well. Jan going back into cat form, but he gets War Stomped immediately. The Nature's Grasp is going to proc as well, but he's going to go into bear form here. Jan at about half HP. This is either Druid's game. Both have used most of their cooldowns at this point. Thing is, what if they get cycled again? I don't think it'll happen, though. Jan at 1/3 HP. Kiting away from Brabla here. It's sometimes hard to know even how it gets initiated exactly. How does one decide cat? How does one decide bear? Oh, the grenade comes down. Jan getting very low. The Moonfire comes down. And Brabla will take the win. So that's 1-1, isn't it? One to one. Rogue vs. Rogue can be fun. We had a few Rogue vs. ones last dueling tournament. Very explosive and fast. Hope you guys are liking the tunes tonight. You just turned onto Jeff XM Radio 101.1. The beats that really rock. This is going to be the final duel between the two. This will determine who goes on to the next round. Hey, Trock. Hope you're doing well, mate. I've missed your Hunter gameplay. Hopefully I can plan one of these at a good time one of these days. The Pounce is going to come out. The Rake is afterwards. The Rip 2. Both of them are going to summon their servants, I would imagine. Just trying to reduce some of these cast times. Jan using that Rage, trying to get some of that Rage back. Potentially going for the Frenzied Regeneration right off of the bat. Barkskin on Brabla, mitigating some of that damage there. Using Enrage himself. Both these bears are okay with the idea of having a little less armor at the as a result of getting more rage. Frenzied Rejuvenation on Jan here. He tried to get as much rage as possible before popping that.
Listen to you and not me instead. But how I know it's gonna affect my head.
Gets the War Stomp off, going for the full regrowth here. Maybe the rejuvenation as well. He gets caught in a maul out of Druidic form, or bear form, Druidic form. So that might, you know, it might add up to be a little bit, but honestly, both these Druids are so healthy on mana. They're so healthy on health. If you guys need to get popcorn, this is time to do it. The insect swarms are going to go down. The moonfires are as well, and the fairy fires will mitigate that, you know, how much cushion they have to some degree, letting these melees do just a little bit more. With each melee, it's just doing a little bit more. The Barkskin is on Brabla right now. It just faded, but he was able to mitigate some of that damage, and it's kind of showing because we are seeing Yawn at much lower HP totals, kind of going to show how much power a Barkskin can have, especially if you couple it with a heal. Here we go, Regrowth Rejuvenation back onto Yawn here, shifting back into bear form potentially. Maybe we'll see cat form. This duel we're seeing a lot more bear form than cat form. It's interesting. It feels like it's different from duel to duel what we're seeing, and maybe it's because we're seeing these servants spawned at separate intervals, and whenever they have the extra damage on them, they want to utilize bear form versus cat form. I don't know if that's one of the variable factors and when they'll choose bear form over cat form, but you are seeing this differentiating playstyles and switching playstyles as these duels have gone on with Bear Around the Rosie is happening right now, by the way, but with utilizing when to utilize cat, when to utilize Bear, and it feels like they've come to the conclusion, they're almost learning as these duels are going on, and they feel as though Bear might be the better way to go potentially here. Maybe too much was being mitigated from the cat because of how thick the fur of the bear is, but oh my gosh, both of these Druids have so much mana right now still. Yawn at about half HP, Brabla at about half HP, they're just going to cast at each other. Oh, but then he's going to charge in. Yawn's going to charge in, and a Brabla. Will he have a stun? The Nature Swiftness Healing Touch gets him back up. The War Stomp will not connect onto Yawn here. Full regrowth rejuvenation puts him in a more comfortable total. He goes into the kitty form this time and tries to lay down the damage here onto Brabla. Brabla puts the Barkskin on, goes into bear form, uses the Nature Scraps, and says, hey, I'm just going to keep you in place. I'm going to mitigate this damage, and I'm going to keep plucking away at you. That's my go-to. And he has the right moves in order to do just that. He does get the charge off, but this cat is just sprinting away right now. About, you know, full energy, you see him weave back in. It's kind of like how a warrior comes in for their weapon swings. These energy classes are going to try to kite away and try to get more, and you know, that's why you see things like Gouge from the rogue, because it's going to, not only is that going to stall the fight, but you're also getting time, or stall the fight for energy, but you're also getting a combo point. It's similar. You kite away as you're getting more energy, you get in range, you dump it, and the duel continues. Brabla has full dots on him. The Rip, the Rake, the Moonfire, the Insect Swarm, all these just kind of slowly adding up as they're dwindled down. The War Stomp comes out, and Brabla is going to heal himself back up and utilize Innervate to try to get themselves at a more comfortable mana total right now. That is a healing touch back onto Yawn. It's not a dot, not a hot this time. He's going for the straight heals versus those heals over time. Barkskin going back up onto Brabla here, about half mana. Both going back into bear form. Yawn at about half HP. Brabla looking to be a little bit more comfortable, but it's very hard to say if that's fair to say it's favored or not just yet. As these bears are just weaving around, it could come down to a War Stomp clutch play out of Druid form where they burst him down with a Wrath or a Starfire. It's anyone's game at this point, as they're just trading melee for melee. Yawn's just sticking in bear form right now, trying to get the rage any rage he can, and then pops a Frenzied Rejuvenation and gets himself some more HP. Not having a lot of rage, so not getting an incredible amount of value, but still getting enough, I think. Zapper coming down, trying to burst down his opponent, utilizing that cooldown. And then he's going for the heal, not Wrath, but a heal, actually, which is probably the right call. He is at about half HP right now. He has about 50% mana, too. Yawn, I don't know if he's used the Innervated as well. I want to say he has. Therefore, Brabla and the War of Attrition is technically winning right now. And by the way, the uptime, exclamation point uptime, 5 hours, 33 minutes, that's just this duel. So that's just this duel. Brabla has the Nature's Grasp on himself as well, trying to maybe stall his opponent if it procs. Maybe he walks away and heals himself. Maybe that's just for, it was kind of used in case a lot of damage came out. Maybe at that point he'd try to kite away, heal himself. Either way, that is going to fade right now. Both these Druids have pretty low cooldowns, right? Like, they've used a lot of their cooldowns, their main cooldowns at this point. But the thing is, they might end up coming back if this lasts long enough. The bash is going to come down onto Yawn right now. The infinite duel, the entangling roots is going to come out here as he kites away. Is he doing it? Is he doing it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's happening. Oh my god, he's charging right back in. He's like, you know what, I'm not eating and drinking this one. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get offensive here. They are trading fairy fires in dots. In dots. Yeah, Brabble doesn't have his up on his opponent. Yawn's let his fade, but it's one of those where you can't afford to be shifting in and out every time. You can't afford to be shifting in and out every time you want to put the dots back on. Title, just because it's so much mana. Gets the Title Charm down. Gets the grenade as well. Moonfire coming down. Trading those dots once again. Going back into Cav form. No, not a drink. Oh no. Yawn, about half HP. He doesn't have much mana. He has 2 minutes till Innervate. Brabla, you've got work cut out for you. He Nature Swiftness, heals himself back up. He's getting low on mana. He forfeited. Oh, Brabla's going on to the next. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Oh, so what happened again? Who won? It was, Brabla has defeated Yawn. So Yawn, Babla moving on. I got a drink after that one. You sure can. Alright, the next duel is going to be between Iverson and Flesh Wallet. Iverson and Flesh Wallet. Do we have Flesh Wallet in the beginning? Or do we have Flesh Wallet up in this? Oh no, I lied. It's Holy Furs versus Ivor. What was I reading? I was reading bracket 1. I apologize. Alright, here we go. Good luck, guys. Rocket Boots is going to be used. He's throwing down the net onto Iverson as well. Iverson trinkets out of it immediately. It's not going to backfire or anything like that. Scatter Shot comes off, but instantly it faded there. And then he was able to just kind of hand of justice Iverson and get those melees down. There's going to be a Title Charm used on onto the Paladin. The Paladin's still sprinting, and Iverson is going to have the Rocket Boots fading now. The Intimidation comes out, but he is going to bubble it immediately and keep running towards Iverson. But he realizes he has to get a little bit more defensive and get himself a little bit more HP. Iverson does the same thing, bandaging himself from afar, which is going to be the perfect solution. Eating and drinking might have given him some mana, but I think the bandage overall giving him more health here. There's going to be a concussion shot proc there. Rapid fire coming out from the Hunter as well. Now Holy Furs down to about half HP. The biggest thing is his mana is in a very uncomfortable position, but his positioning on the field is very ideal. Right on top of Iverson. At that point, though, he is going to Scatter Shot, Feign Death Trap, and start to reset things just a little bit. Holy getting very low on mana right now as the aim shot, auto shot goes in, and he doesn't get the lay on hands off, and round 1 will go to Iverson. So it'll be a duel 2 between the two contenders here. Utilizing the Rocket Boots, he instantly Frost Reflected, but I don't think Iverson's going to do a trap just yet, probably as a result of seeing that. Scatter Shot comes down. He'd be safe to trap, he's opting not to. He's just going to break the distance. The Hammer of Justice will connect. He closes the gap, gets the melees off. Reckoning Paladin, you can see that extra damage from those extra melees that had added up from the pet and from Iverson. He is going to bubble, going for the defensive bubble here. Just going to go ahead and try to... the one auto went off. Now he's going to try to run towards Iverson. He'd prefer if he didn't get any health up there. Oh, Iverson didn't heal. He just kind of went for the auto. That might be his downfall. Holy Furs just running at Iverson. He has a Blessing of Freedom. Concussion Shot won't affect him. The net will connect. But he gets... Oh, he almost was out of range for the trap, but he does get trapped. It was the edge of his foot. But Iverson still netted. It's a really fucking long net. It's a long net. I thought it would last longer. He might have trinketed out of it. The heal does come out, but it's not enough. The second round will go to Ivor. Good duel, guys. The next duel is going to be between Turf and B-Berg. Turf and B-Berg. Both great duelers. There's Turfy Boy, there's B-Berg. Both contestants are ready to play. Great duelers. This is going to be a good duel. This is still a best of 3. This determines who's going to go on to fight Iverson. Turf going with the undead. Gets the Viper off. Turf blinking towards the Hunter. Viper Sting is on him. Instantly titled. Ice blocks it. Tries to put the Frost Reflector trap on by the looks of it. Potentially. But Breberg's not playing with that. He does use the Furbog Pouch, utilizing that GCD. Turf's getting low. He blinks towards him. He used the Furbog Pouch himself. He needs to do something drastic here. Kona Cold coming down to slow him down. The Blast Wave is going to come out after. Ooh, good duel. First round will go to B-Bergs. There was just too much pressure. This is going, I believe this is a Fire Spec as well. Blinks towards the Hunter. Immediately gets titled, though, in a full rotation going down onto him. The title going to hit B-Bergs. Turf actually utilizing that time to sheep the pet. No Viper Sting just yet. May be good for him. The grenade is going to connect. Now B-Bergs is trying to get an ulti, just an auto shot. Multi as well. The concussion shot comes down. Frost Nova landing on the pet. He's going to try to just sheep the pet. Viper Sting back onto Turfy here. Now it's just a... Oh my goodness. I don't know if he can do it. There's too much mana's been drained. He'd have to burst him down instantly, and I don't think he has the juice. This round, this is going to be Bergs here. Both rounds, very quick, explosive duels, almost being determined nearly by the mana totals. All right, this is a best of 5. This is a best of 5, and the next duel is going to be between Tentak and Babla. Tentak and Badla. Thanks everybody again for joining me tonight. It's been a good night. Not as much interaction, but plenty of action. We gotta finish the tourney, bud. We're on a schedule. We're on a schedule, mate. But I promise you, I'll shoutcast one before I end up closing for the night. You and a Rogue buddy. Okay, this is going to be Rogue versus Mage matchup. Druid opening up onto the Mage here. Going for the pounce. Going for the rake as well. Then the rip. Full dots. Fairy Fire to boot. Shifts out of the freeze. Oh my gosh, an impact proc. It's so much damage. Major Swiftness heals him back up. Pops the MQG. Then he also has Grandmaster Arena Trinket. Give him that little bit of bubble. Go ahead and ice block that stun. But he gets stunned with War Stomp. Gets out of it quite quickly. Cold Snaps. Throws the grenade down. Isn't going to connect. If it had, it might have been the end of the Druid. Druid has a Furbog Pouch. Gets himself healed up once again. Druid, honestly, he's already getting lower on mana too. Mage cycles Iceberry and puts down the Furbog Pouch on them once again, just healing themselves up that little bit. There's going to be 2 crits in a row from the Fire Mage. Each time you see an Ignite crit, it means they crit. Or an Ignite stat, it means they crit. So that dot gets bigger and bigger. And then, oh my goodness, the Druid getting very low. He's going to get silenced, and the Kona Cold's enough to finish him off. This is a best of 5 as well. The first round going to Tentak here. Yeah, B-Berg is a great hunter. He always tends to get far in these tournaments. I'm interested. It's going to be Hunter versus Hunter next. I'll be interested to see what sort of spec swaps we see. There he is. There he is, the man of the hour. And going into cat form here, going to open up here with the pounce potentially. Going with the rip and the rake. Those dots are just slowly dwindling the mage, but not even breaking through the ice barrier just yet. The net's going to go down, but he could blink out of it if he wanted to. He is going to blink out of it. And then he's in a freeze combination. The mage potentially holding the silence. Nature Swiftness heal put him full. War Stomp comes down. First ice block coming out. He does put down a Frost Nova. Instantly going to go into cheetah form. The grenade will connect. Druid is very low. There's so much damage coming out right now. The grenade will come out from the Druid, but it's just not enough. Round 2. Goes to the mage. It's possible the Druid can bring it back, but it is going to be difficult. He's got his work cut out for him. This is a best of 5 series. We're just waiting for the pet. Good time to take a little drink of water and stretch here. There we go. Alright, here we go. The wing flag goes down. The ice barrier comes up and refreshes one more time. Goes into cat form here. Looking for that dot opener, I would imagine. Not going to see a lot of bear form in this matchup. Just for charges and bashes. Instantly crit. Instantly crit. Down to about half HP, the title charm coming down onto the mage. The full regrowth rejuvenation is enough to heal him back up to a very comfortable total. The grenade will connect, but holy shit, this damage is real right now. The MQG is live, so he is casting a lot faster. Mage, as offensive as he's getting, finds time for the defense too, healing up with the Furball Pouch. Druid is going to charge in, get bashed, immediately get blocked. Frost Nova comes out, forcing the Druid to shift positions. The grenade is going to get resisted. The full rank of Frostbolt is going to connect. The freeze proc comes out. The cold is going to shatter it. Probably a guaranteed crit. The War Stomp getting resisted. Furball Pouch for the Druid. Druid in a pretty comfortable life total. Blinking towards the Druid. This is when the Druid maybe could consider a net, because the blink is on cooldown. Heals himself back up with a regrowth, rejuvenation combination. It's a sensation that's gripping the nation. Oh my goodness, the mage is on the back foot right now. He evocates, but the Druid charges him immediately and starts meleeing him. The ice block comes out, but notice it does not drop the fairy fire. The rank 1 Frostbolt is going to try to slow the Druid a little bit. No, maybe he goes for the full Frostbolt. The freeze proc is going to come out. The Druid's going to shift out of it immediately. The Frost Nova is coming down. The Cone of Cold is afterwards. The grenade from the Druid is not going to come out. The charge comes in once again, getting very low. The next round will go to Brabla. So it will be a 2-to-1 duel. This is anyone's game now. Well played. Contestants to be taken seriously. Dueling flag going down. This underground fight club commences. The pounce is going to come out. The rake does afterwards. It's going to be a rip, just trying to bleed them out. Moonfire will connect. Will we see an insect swarm as well? He goes for the War Stomp, tries to heal himself up. The regrowth comes out. Rejuvenation does as well. The mage is trying to get those fire vulnerabilities up. So when they crit, they crit. So that's when you're using Scorch to kind of try to apply this debuff. Now we are going to see MQG from our Mind Quickening Gem from the mage here, which is that cast speed trinket. If anyone was wondering, the nature. Oh, he did actually melee him too, so the Nature's Grass came out, but it didn't really matter. It was just a little bit of additional damage. Potentially the impact proc comes out onto the Druid, but he instantly Nature's Swiftness and impact proc again, but it had the diminishing return. The interface is going to come out, putting him in a more healthier life total. Has a 5 stacks of fire vulnerability right now. Takes 15% more fire damage. A Servant trying to just kind of beat down. Oh my goodness, the net is going to backfire. Unfortunately for the Mage, that is not a good thing at all. The Druid's going to be able to get away just out of range. The Ice Block comes down. Cold Snaps resets it all. But the Druid's in a pretty good spot right now. We're going to need to see an evocation from the Mage. The full regrowth coming out from Brablo. The Mage, very uncomfortable health total. Or very uncomfortable mana total. He needs to evocate. There's no time to. This is something you don't see all the time. Druid's taken. He thought the reverse sweep couldn't happen. Brabla buckled down. He channeled the very nature that Druids depend on a daily basis, and it evens it up 2-2. We thought it was over. We thought it'd be 3-0. Not today. He's like, you guys know what? I want to give you guys a show. Both these duelers coming out and playing well. Let's see who takes it home. This is going to be round 5 of the best of 5. Either way, one will be going on to the next round. The dueling flag goes down. Both players are probably a little, the nerves are probably there. They're fighting through it, though. Opening up onto the Mage. The Pouch comes out. Rip and Rake, standard bleed combo. Shifts out. Starts putting the dots on. Goes for the Insect Swarm 2 and the Moonfire before War Stomping. War Stomp will connect. Mage blinks out of it immediately. Druid getting highly pressured. Down to half HP. Shifts out of the Frost. Rank 1, our full rank of Frostbolt is going to connect. He's down to about 1/3 HP. The Nature Swiftest Healing Touch gets him to full, baby! Holy heal! Did somebody order a healer? Because he just delivered. Holy hell! Full HP. The Innervate comes down. He's much healthier right now. He's feeling good. There's going to be a stun impact proc coming down onto the Druid. The Mage is going to have the Furball Pouch healing him just a little bit, but the bash comes out. He instantly is going to ice block that stun. Puts the Frost Nova down. Shifts out of it. Cannot get that Kona Cold off. No freeze combo today. Now the Mage is going to get in a position where he does not have enough mana, and he's not in a position where he can necessarily use Evocation. So what is he going to do? Huge questions. Huge questions. I don't know what he can do. Brabla just trying to milk the clock now. Oh, he goes for the Evocation. He goes for the Evocation. The Druid, as soon as the Druid turned tail and run, the Mage said, this is my opportunity. This is when I need to do this. So he now goes to the Servant, throws down that little bit of pain, throws down the Fire Blast, is able to finish him off as they're fading. I think it might have actually faded at that very second. Goes the Druid going back into bear form, going to charge the Mage. Mage utilizing the Ice Block, just try to mitigate some of these melee damage coming out right now. Has his work cut out for him. Frost Nova coming down, not able to get the grenade off. The grenade does go off. It is going to connect, but it's not going to be after he gets out of the Nova. Both players getting very low. Furball Pouch coming out from the Druid. The Tidal Charm is going to connect onto the Mage. The Mage blinks out of it immediately, but they do not have very many resources left. The Druid won the War of Attrition. He gets the grenade down, gets the Moonfire down, goes back into bear form, and goes to Maul and finishes them off. GG! Brabla coming in with the reverse sweep. Oh. You don't see it often, folks. You don't see it often. You don't see reverse sweeps often in the best of 5s, but when you do, you get the chills, baby. Iverson and Bjerg, the Hunter versus Hunter matchup. Good luck to both friends. Alright, here comes the duel right now. There's going to be both BM Hunters right now. The Intimidation going down onto Iverson here. He's down to about half HP. Bjerg has the Intimidating shot out. Or sorry, the Rapid Fire out. He does use the Furball Pouch as well. Iverson getting very low. They're trading melee for melee. Honestly, that Intimidation, the early Intimidation made all the difference there. These are going to be quick, explosive duels, I reckon. I think these duels are probably going to end by the time Bestial Wrath ends, so I think this series will be a much faster one than something we had seen prior. The dueling flag goes down once again. Trap coming down. Aim shot, auto shot. The trap is going to connect with Iverson's pet. Both players utilizing Bestial Wrath right now. Now they need to trade auto for auto. He sent his pat back in. I don't know who's going to win. Oh my god, Bjerg has a Furball Pouch and the quick shots. That's going to make all the difference. Look at this. Iverson has a quick shots too, but I think that Furbog Pouch made that little bit of difference in this matchup, and B-Bergs has the edge as a result. And the second round will go to him. Are we going to see him in the finals once again versus Babla, which would be a good matchup? Druid versus Hunter is another fun one you don't see all the time. Iverson can. Iverson. This is your moment. You have to reverse sweep as well. My lovely troll. My lovely troll Iverson. I got to reverse sweep. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Knees weak, arms sweaty. Knees weak, palms sweaty, mom spaghetti. Something like that. The dueling flag goes down, charges into the pet in, the intimidation coming down onto B-Berg, the rapid fire coming out on both of these hunters right now as they send the pet in and just try to go. Oh, look at that, Iverson, the feign death game, trying to make these pets de-aggro versus you. But Iverson is on the back foot right now, and there's no resetting, there's no stopping it. Bestial Wrath pet ensures that these fights are going to happen quickly. There's no CCing the pet. There's no killing the pet before the hunter. You just have to shoot at each other. You just shoot. How do I shot web? That's quite a question of the night. These hunters are trying to figure it out as they're just sitting at each other, auto-shotting. It's the name of the game. It's the name of the game when it's a BM hunter. And the next duel is going to be... All right, let's do... The next duel is for third place match, Iverson versus Tentac, to determine the third place champion. Is Tentac going to come out strong and get third place? Oh, yeah, I think it was this. I think it was last tournament too. He got the third place and he passed on his winnings to first place. Is this going to be a secondary third place for him? He's getting so close to that top spot. But there's been some good duelers in here. We've seen some amazing series tonight. Ones that I will very likely try to go and highlight later. Damn. Iverson switching his spec here. Once again, welcome all to the broadcast. Late nights with OG Jazzy Jeff on 101.XM Radio, the only radio in all of Azeroth that you're going to hear this hype of commentary, see this caliber of gameplay, and listen to this smooth of music. So you like what you see and consider dropping a follow. The content's only getting better from here, folks. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, get yourself a drink. But when you're watching OG Jazzy Jeff, and one thing's for certain, then it is going to be a bumpy ride. This will be a best of 5 between these two contestants. Teaching his pets some skills here, probably getting some frost resistance. Arcane resistance. Fire resist, perhaps. Okay, they're going to blink onto the hunter here immediately. Get the Kona Cold down. The freeze trap is going to... Iverson, not feeling like it was a legit start to the duel. He's going to throw down the flag once again. Gonna throw down the flag once again here. Oh, he's gonna just poly Iverson. He's like, all right, you know what? You don't want me to blink at you? All right, I'll poly you. And then he puts the full frostbolt down onto him. And Iverson is going to utilize Bestial Wrath right now, so there's no CCing the pet at this point. He's going to try to ice block some of it immediately, just going to Iverson, trying to bombard him with damage, not really giving him an opportunity to get the Viper out. Not trying to give that pet as little opportunity as... Oh, the grenade just barely misses. The arcane missiles will connect, but only 2 of the 5 or so go off. Fire Blast rotating into Iverson, ice blocking some of this damage, waiting for Fire Blast cooldown once again, and it's enough to finish him off. The first duel will go to Tentac. Going to heal himself up here. MQG's popped. Polymorphs Iverson instantly. Is he going for the pet? Oh, he's going for the pet. Okay, I see what's happening. See, he's going for the pet, repolymorphing Iverson, utilizing the mana gem here, and then just going in on it. Full Frostbolt coming down. The Conical potentially going to connect as well, just for that little bit extra damage. The Tidal Charm going down onto the Mage here. He's just going to eat it because he knew the trap was coming. So he just goes ahead and ice blocks, resets right away in case something else like Scatter Shot takes place. Gets 2 fire spells off, both of them crit. Ignite and Fire Blast, both crit. 2 procs of Ignite, ticking away. And that will be round 2 going to our Mage friend. One more, Iverson. This is going to be a best of 5. You could technically still reverse sweep it. You could technically reverse sweep this bad boy. He's going with the Wind Serpent. He likes the idea of the Wind Serpent. Maybe for that ranged DPS. There we go. Same strat every time. Polymorphs the hunter, goes for the pet. This time he actually got the intimidation off, so the mage is taking a lot more damage. But I think ultimately he still is. Oh my goodness, he might not kill the pet in time. This could be Iverson's moment potentially. Is Repoly coming out? No, the pet is dead. This is rough. This is rough. He's just going offensive. Full Frostbolt, Conical afterwards. The Mage is going to get crit with the melee as well. The Tidal Charm coming down onto the Mage. He's not going to blink out of it. Iverson's going to get 2 melees. The Mage is going to just try to pump out the fire damage. One spell is going to crit. The grenade will connect from Iverson. Ice Barrier refresh, giving him that little extra cushion for the push-in. And he starts just laying down the instant cast spells. He has to ice block. Oh no. Okay, good. He ice blocked the trap at the perfect time. Frost Nova coming out. Grenade is going to resist. Iverson's just trying to pump out the melees. Another ice block has to come out. Can he? No. Oh, can he? Mana shield, I guess. He's so low. Oh, he goes for the hard reset. He's like, I can't. It's too close. It's too close. I can't put the pressure on him. He gets the polymorph off one more time. He evocates himself back up. This is polymorph number 2. Diminishing return number 2. He's going to go ahead and just bandage himself back up. That sheep is just about to end. So here comes the third. Even shorter, but he doesn't need the full sheep. Now he gets the ice barrier back up. The Frost Nova comes down. Will we see a grenade? Probably close to being off of cooldown. Trying to get Iverson in that vulnerable position as she has a shatter crit comboed. There's no scatter shot. Iverson's in a tough spot, but he's in a position to melee. He got the trap off! Oh! The blink comes down, but he gets the trap off anyway. The Mage is very low right now, and he slams his Ash Candy into his opponent, and he says, "Not this day. Death knocks, but I do not answer the call." So this is going to be one of those where it goes on to the next round. Will we see another reverse sweep? It's 2-1 right now. He's got his work cut out for him. Iverson always trolling. Always trolling. He's trying to provoke his opponent. You don't see it often. Normally it's a lot of wholesome fun, but every once in a while a troll gets out of the cage. Let's see if he's able to take this one home, or if Tentak makes him sit down. This is going to be duel number 4 between the two contenders for third place on Late Night Fights with Jeff. Dueling flag goes down. Makes his pet go over there a little bit. Mage trying to position himself closer towards the pet, perhaps. Either way, seems solid positioning. Iverson choosing where he wants to go. Popping MQG, gets the polymorph off, blinks out of the intimidation, going for the pet now. He wants this win. He's hungry for it. He's hungry for it. Oh, the pet uses Bestial Wrath now. Then the polymorph comes out so quick with the MQG. Going for the pet immediately. The Tidal Charm onto the Mage. Can they blink out of it? No, they're not going to opt not to. I think that was max diminishing return on that. Ice blocks the Frost Trap. See, he's trying to stick in the dead zone of the Hunter. Trying to stick in the dead zone of the Hunter. Cold snaps. Puts the Kona Cold down. It is going to be a freeze proc. Iverson in a very susceptible position right now. Trinkets out of the freeze. Frost Nova trigger or goes out again. He's going for the Arcane Missiles. Fire Blast. And he says, "Sit down." And he does actually win third place of the tournament. Thank you guys for contesting. I love you guys. Or for competing. Much love, fam. Alright, this is going to be the absolute finals, just the finals. Babla and Bjerg are going to be competing here. Babla and Bjerg, he's coming out. He's RP walking. This is someone I can... Bjerg and I would get along. Both these contendants RP walking to their destination. That's what I love to see. Both these guys have played out of their... both these players have played out of their mind tonight. And they both deserve to win. Now, Bjerg's, I think, has had a... Honestly, I think Bjerg's might have had an easier time getting to the finals tonight than... I feel like Babla, it's been, in a way, an underdog story. I don't know. I've never seen him duel, but he's risen through the ranks and had some really good duels along the way. Either player has a chance of winning. Things to look for. Are we going to see Scare Beast? Are we going to see the Druid even thinking he can go into these animal forms very often? Because you never know when the Scare Beast is going to come out. But then you run into the situation where now Bjerg's going in raw. He's just laying it down thick. You know, there's no armor to mitigate it. I've personally found it a hard matchup for the Druid sometimes. As a result of it, there's so much damage coming out. And Bjerg takes it home. That's going to be the first duel going to Bjerg in a best-of-5 series. The reduel is going to come down. It's tough. It's a tough one. I don't know how to honestly properly play this one as the Druid. I don't know how to properly play this one as the Druid. It's one of those where you got Viper Sting to worry about, which you can poison cleanse yourself. But most importantly, you can't shift. You can't shift and power shift as much as you do versus anyone else. Opening up onto the Druid here. The Pounce is going to come down. The Rake is as well. Rip coming down too. Druid getting out of form here. This is a much better opener. I think the Moonfire comes down. The Insect Swarm does afterwards. He does get in Barkskin. He goes back into bear form. He'll shift out if he sees Scare Beast. I would imagine, is the Scare Beast going to connect? It does. This is the problem. This is the scary part. Here's the thing. There's no dots. He could practically probably bandage up if he wanted to, but he doesn't feel as though he needs to. He wants to just get very offensive right now. The concussion shot is going to proc. It does stun the Druid. The Druid is going to use Nature Swiftness. Seal himself back up. They do use the War Stomp. Bjerg gets the scatter shot off last second. Doesn't even let that Druid get a cast off. He's spamming it. And then he feign death traps. Pops. The rapid fire ends right there. Shifting back into bear form. Tries to charge. Scatter shot comes out. It wasn't scatter shot. He was able to just kind of kite away there. I don't know what scatter shot we used. Yep. For a bug pouch on the Druid, getting very low. The regrowth is going to come down. What are we going to see, though? Abolish Poison is on him as well, so there's no fear of mana. But he uses the Innervate too. Is that GCD going to be worthwhile? There's so much damage. The second round going to Bjerg's. I feel as though... I feel like Babla is a player that is naturally good. And I see, as he duels the same contestants, getting better as the series goes on. So are we going to see... a reverse sweep again? I don't know if we can. I don't know if he can do it. We're asking a lot from Babla at this point, but maybe he's you know, has a different way of he wants to tackle things. Either way, I feel it got closer, and let's see if that gets even closer yet. Opening up onto Bjerg's. Bounce is going to come down. The Rip is afterwards. The Rake is too. Nature Scraps is going to make his pet kind of, irrelevant for a short time. Going into bear form, charging. Are we seeing the cast? The cast is going to come out. He almost has to shift. He shifts it. He shifts it. He gets the Moonfire out. He gets the War Stomp down. He heals himself up that little extra bit and puts the Furbolg Pouch. It is going to fade there. He has the Abolish Poison on him as well. The Concussion Shot procs again. The grenade coming from downtown is going to connect on him. The dots instantly take it off him. Bjerg still has the rapid fire up. Babla using the Innervate, going back into bear form. Can he charge? He charges. Scatter shot coming out. Freezing him. This is tough. Look at this, though. We have the Innervate. We have the Rejuvenation, the Regrowth. He's bandaging himself up, but now he knows he has time for an aim shot. The multi-shots come down afterwards. It's going to be a stunt from the Intimidation. The Druid's in a lot of trouble right now. Is going to charge the Hunter. Nature Swiftness heals himself right back up. Babla playing this one exactly how he needs to, but he's still in a tough position. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. He's just gonna run at Bjerg here. He charges in on him, feeling much more comfortable. Feeling much more comfortable with going into animal, bear form with the knowledge that Bjerg is He can't scare beasts. But here's the thing: now he can. Oh, he gets the fairy fire on, gets the charge off. Are we gonna see another fear? That's the thing. He knows Bramble might just shift out of it at this point, so it's a little bit of a mind game. Are we gonna? He's just gonna try to kite away. The concussion shot comes out. No proc. No proc. Refreshing the fairy fire here. Doesn't want him to have that extra armor. Here we go. Here comes the fear. He bashes it. Scatter shot comes down. Trap does afterwards. The Druid in a very tough position. Bjerg trying to eat up here, trying to get some mana. Uses the intimidation on this pet. Something to look for the second this gets over with. We're getting bursted down from 75%. The crit comes out and Bjerg takes it. I gotta tell you, it was getting closer and closer, and I thought Brabla had that one, but excellent series for our hunter. Bjerg's taking another one, mate. What are you doing? You're winning them. You're winning all the monies. It's